The IRS collects taxes. It's their whole thing. But what happens when the tax collectors themselves don't pay up? That's the question rocking America right now. Over 800 IRS employees are behind on their taxes, owing millions of dollars. This isn't about a few misplaced receipts, we're talking serious delinquency. This news comes from Senator Joni Ernst, who's been digging into the IRS's dirty laundry. She requested information and got back a bombshell. 2,044 IRS employees admitted to owing over $12 million in back taxes. But here's the kicker. 860 of them still haven't paid a dime. This isn't a new problem either. A report from July showed over 5,800 IRS employees and contractors owing almost $50 million. That's right, the people in charge of collecting your hard-earned money can't even be bothered to pay their own. The public is outraged, and rightfully so. It's a blatant double standard. If regular Americans tried this, they'd be hit with fines, penalties, maybe even jail time. But for the IRS, it seems the rules don't apply. This isn't just hypocrisy, it's a betrayal of public trust. The IRS needs to clean up its act, and fast. Senator Joni Ernst isn't letting the IRS off the hook. She's been a vocal critic of the agency's hypocrisy and is demanding accountability. Ernst introduced the Audit the IRS Act, a no-nonsense bill that would force IRS employees to face regular audits just like everyday Americans. The bill also includes teeth. It bars the IRS from hiring anyone who hasn't paid their taxes. Seems like a no-brainer, right? But apparently the IRS needs a law to state the obvious. Ernst didn't stop there. She's calling for delinquent employees to be shown the door, fired for failing to meet the same standards they impose on everyone else. This isn't about politics, Ernst stated. It's about fairness. And she's got a point. The IRS can't expect Americans to trust them if they're harboring tax cheats within their own ranks. The Audit the IRS Act is a step towards restoring that trust, but it's only the beginning. The IRS needs a complete overhaul, a culture shift that prioritizes accountability and transparency. Until then, the stench of hypocrisy will continue to hang over the agency. Senator Ernst is shining a light on this injustice, and the American people are watching closely to see if the IRS will finally be held responsible. Elon Musk, the entrepreneur known for shaking things up, is setting his sights on the IRS. But this time he's not building rockets or electric cars, he's taking on government waste. Musk, now co-leading the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, sees the IRS scandal as a prime example of bureaucratic bloat and inefficiency. DOGE, operating outside the traditional government structure, has a bold mission: cut waste, streamline processes, and hold federal agencies accountable. And Musk isn't mincing words about the IRS. He's called out the agency's hypocrisy on social media, highlighting the $50 million in unpaid taxes as a travesty. Musk believes DOGE can bring much-needed reform to the IRS. He's proposing a radical restructuring using technology to automate processes and eliminate unnecessary bureaucracy. Imagine an IRS that's actually efficient, that uses your tax dollars responsibly instead of lining the pockets of delinquent employees. Musk's involvement has injected a much-needed dose of urgency into the issue. His unconventional approach and willingness to challenge the status quo could be just what the IRS needs to finally clean up its act. The IRS, facing mounting pressure from Senator Ernst, Elon Musk, and the American public, is finally trying to do some damage control. IRS Commissioner Daniel Werfel acknowledged the issue of employee tax delinquency and outlined the agency's supposed process for handling such cases. Werfel insists that the IRS has well-established processes for referring delinquent employees to the Department of Justice. He claims these referrals are handled on a case-by-case basis, prioritizing serious offenses. But the numbers tell a different story. Out of 70 employees who blatantly dodged their taxes, only 20 were removed from their positions. The rest got off with slaps on the wrist, suspensions, admonishments, even resignations, hardly the kind of accountability people are demanding. Werfel's assurances are ringing hollow for many, especially in light of the IRS's history of secrecy and lack of transparency. The agency has a lot of work to do to regain public trust. They need to go beyond empty promises and take concrete action, starting with firing every single employee who hasn't paid their taxes. If you found this video informative, please subscribe to our channel, like this video, and share it with your friends. Your support helps us bring more important stories to light.